Okay guys, I want to talk about this clutch issue. The clutch rod here, you can see I've got it taken off because I have the Reckless. It'll pull right out, and you can see the little land on there, the machining that comes with it. When this is all together, this rod runs through the center of the clutch and pushes on this bearing, which pushes on the pressure plate to open it up. And what we're seeing that people are calling clutch failures, I don't think are necessarily failures. I think we've just got machine tolerances that have added up, and the clutch works when it's brand new, but you get a little bit of the fibers worn off, and we end up with a situation where it just starts slipping because this assembly, the depth of this machining plus all of these parts and this shim are just a little bit bigger than they should be from the factory. If you're out in the field and this happens, you can pull the clutch cover off, pull the springs out, pull this shim out, and with that shim out, this bearing will ride right up against the aluminum on your pressure plate. In an emergency to get you home, that's what you want to do. Once you're home, you can pull it back apart, put this shim back in, and then ever so carefully grind a tiny bit off the end of this until you get it to where you have some free play when it's assembled. If you don't have any free play, it's because this assembly was built too long from the factory. It doesn't seem to affect all the bikes, but we're seeing a few more as time goes on. Like I said, if you get stuck out in the field, best thing you can do is pull the clutch cover off, pull the 6 bolts that hold the springs and the pressure plate in, and this will be sticking up. You'll see it sticking out, and you can just pull this shim off. It might be in the pressure plate, it might be on here. You can pull this shim out, and that should get you home. That's what I had to do when I was on the tour of Idaho. We took this shim out and made it to Pocatello, and then we ground the rod down just a bit. But I really think it's just a matter of manufacturing tolerances stacking up and not allowing us to get the full use out of the clutch that we should.